All right. So let's bring Yolanda in. Let's introduce
Yes.
Yolanda,
Hi.
Francois,
I've been dying to meet
Yolanda.
you, Yolanda.
Oh,
Hi,
Boy.
Francois. Hi, Amber.
the two of you, you've got to, number one, you've got to sing together. You've
Well,
got
we have so many connections.
I know.
Also,
This is
that New
amazing.
York connection, and I lived there for 35 years, and the
Wow.
Brooklyn Academy of Music. I used to go out there all the time.
Wow. What years were you
Well,
living in New
I
York?
lived there from 1968, 69.
Uh-huh.
Actually, it was the fall of 69.
Uh-huh.
And then I moved up here about 1997, 1998 to Vermont.
Ah,
And
well,
I
we
too,
were
like you, I feel like I came home.
exactly. I That's the way I felt the first time I moved there, but then I had to go back to New York, and give it another shot, and it's been good to me. But I what I wanted to say was I moved to New York in 1983, so you were living in New York when I moved
Yes,
to New
indeed I
York.
was. There was a lot still going on
Yes.
from because it seems like we had to reinvent ourselves to
Yes.
the public, and especially like on Broadway, some of the shows that came out at that time had openly gay characters and openly gay situations, and
Mhm.
it's helped a lot of people to grow. You
Mhm.
know, I don't know about you, but I'm doing a lot of fan mail based on that movie I did, Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Oh,
And
I
then the
love that.
Mr. Rogers Neighborhood. And now that I've written this book,
Yeah.
I get a lot of fan mail. So
Mhm.
one of the things that I talk about are trans
Mhm.
and bisexual people,
Mhm.
because there are people who are gay, what I call gay curious,
Mhm.
and then there are the people who fluctuate. You know, they're not one or the other, and they don't believe in a monogamous relationship.
Yeah.
And what I do is try to talk to people about not being judgmental.
Absolutely.
That is one of the greatest sins of all humankind. We
Yeah.
judge.
It just, it cuts everything away. Like you can't communicate with
No,
anyone
no,
if you're
you
going to
cannot.
judge them,
And who made me the judge? Who made you the judge? That's what I ask them that all the time, because they ask me, what would Mr. Rogers do?
Yeah.
What would Mr. Rogers do? And what I really do tell them is Mr. Rogers did his tour of duty, and now we're here.
Yeah.
And
Hello.
it's
We are
time
here,
for
Mr.
us.
Rogers. Okay.
So I tell them, put on your grown up pants and walk.
See?
It's time.
all right. I would like to ask the two of you a question.
Yes.
How do we get rid of the negative feelings, thoughts of
Mm.
this past year, and what makes you look hopeful for the future, this coming year, the year we're in now?
Oh, that's a
Well,
great
my first
question.
response is people are asking us. They're listening. There
Mhm.
are people who want to know.
Yes.
But the truth of it is, I think the reason we come to Earth, why we are manifest here, is to learn.
Yeah.
And it seems like just as we have kids who go through the cycle of being 1 to 10 to teenagers to puberty, there are people who go through the same process. They are born here to learn. I learned to give unconditional love from Fred Rogers. And I just don't think you can do any better than that. But it doesn't mean we have all the answers, because those who must learn.
Right. Well, I totally agree with you, Francois.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have to say, like, this year has been a year when I've been able to go deeply into myself. I've treated
Yes.
it um, like being at a monastery or something. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like,
Hmm.
I don't go anywhere. I'm like you. I mean, except to get in my car and go to Vermont and come back. But we quarantine. Where we
Yeah.
are, and
Uh-huh.
we were wearing masks, and we go to the grocery store, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so this has been a year of great reflection,
Yes.
and I've found that knowing the truth about myself and those around me is a very important thing, right?
Yes.
And so then I have to go further, and I have to believe in the greater truth that we are all one. I
Yes.
have to
We are.
find, we are so totally. I mean, how long have I been away from Burlington? 20 years, for God's sakes. I feel like, I'm with you guys every step of the way. It's like, and it's an incredible thing. I think that this virtual reality that I've experienced this year
Yes.
has really brought it home to me that we indeed are one.
That's right. I think our level of communication on what we might call the average everyday has been deepened because we have been made to pause.
Yes. Hello.
We have everybody had to pause.
Mhm.
And so the universe can talk to us and tell us this. We're having these tremendous battles over racism and policemen killing and shooting black kids in the back. And that to me, it just fills me with rage sometimes. And I have to say, calm down, calm down. Because what they are learning the hard way is that we are one. They cannot get away from our presence. Whether it's Asian, it's brown, they're at our door. I don't want to go into, painful stories for people, but those who have come to our door have come so we can grow. Yes. We must open our hearts. Yes. And you don't just open your heart for someone you say, well, that's my blood father, my blood mother, my blood children. Mm-hmm. No, everybody must be treated that way. We have been paused so we can look at it and think about it. Hopefully, when we come out of this, we will have a new vision of what's here. Yeah. And it's all one. Yeah. That's what I tell them. It's all one. I cannot, Fred Rogers wouldn't tell you a different story.
Exactly. I get that from him and from you. Yeah. I mean, so right on, so spot on. I mean, this is an opportunity for growth and change. And just, because I love to study all these different ways of looking at things, we learned and I've been chanting Sanskrit mantras now like all year, and they're really becoming a part of me. So we learned this Sanskrit way of talking about time, and it's called the yugas. What we're actually moving into the age of Aquarius, which is called the golden age in that framework. But we're at the bottom of the age of Aquarius. We're coming out of the materialistic past 2,000 years. Yes. And we're moving into the spiritual realm, and the abundance and the joy of really knowing how connected we are. But that's going to take a long time. And it's people like us that we're doing all this stuff.
We wind up being teachers. I had to admit that. And you realize that people are reaching out.
Yes.
And, once they reach out, I don't turn them away or turn them off.
Right.
I always say, well, okay, this is another teachable moment, time, opportunity. Because they will never find anything deeper, more meaningful than what you just verbalized. We are one.
Yeah.
We're being given another chance. Mother Nature's had to do some cleaning up.
I'll say, my goodness.
And her job is not easy.
And things and more things are going to happen, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like the Mother Earth has to rebalance herself.
Yes. Yes.
We put her out of balance.
Yes.
And
so she put a pause on us.
Right. She put a pause on us.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. I've had enough of this. And when she does it, she means it. She got them all from the top all the way down.
So what is going to be your mantra this coming in 2021?
My mantra is we are one.
We
are one.
I will do the same thing. I'll do it with you every day. We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
And I wanted you to know that I too went to India.
You did? Oh,
awesome. I went there for 6 weeks. So I know when I see the drawings, that I see the story, there was a connection for me as well as the same way. I knew that I was at home as much over. I was all over India as I am here with you. We are one.
Thank you so much, you two. I really was looking forward to that conversation. Thank you.
Me too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Francois. Thank you, Amber. Thank you.